changed many lives, most of all their own. Our story is 1862, when I was just a young girl. This ship is called the Siam. It has sailed up the Gulf of Siam and is now making its way slowly down the winding river that approaches Bangkok, the capital city of Siam.
Louis! Louis! Oh, Louis, there you are. Good morning, Captain Autumn.
Good morning, ma'am.
And Louis, look, there's Bangkok. Do you see that little cluster of lights?
I see them.
It's exciting, isn't it?
I wonder if you know what you're facing here, ma'am. An English woman here in the east. Look, a boat with a dragon's head and men carrying torches. That's the royal barge. You suppose that's the king sitting under the gold canopy? That's the prologue. Sort of prime minister. The king's right-hand man, you might say.
Do you suppose he's coming out to meet us?
No doubt of it. They all look rather frightening, don't they, Mother? Father would have not liked us to be afraid.
I will tell King this.
It will be a very interesting meeting. You come with me now.
Your Excellency, I have made a bargain and I shall live up to my part of it, but I expect a bargain to be kept on both sides. I shall go with you now,
To the palace?
for the time being.
And so, Mrs. Anna and Louis set off to meet the King of Siam. In Southeast Asia, approximately twice the size of the United States of Wyoming. Siam is a beautiful country, alive with many colors. It is with great honor that I introduce you to the King of Siam.
Your Majesty, pleased to present Lunta, emissary from Court of Burma.
I bring you present from Prince of Burma.
Am I to trust ruler of Burma, or is she a spy?
She is not a spy, Your Majesty.
My name is Tim. You are pleased that I speak English?
Ha!
King is pleased with you.
Your Majesty wishes me to leave?
I will tell you when I wish you to leave.
Your Majesty, may I present Madam Leonora.
Your Majesty.
You are a school teacher?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Good, you may start work.
There's a matter we have to settle first, Your Majesty.
You are part of general plan. I bring you to Siam. What is good Western culture? Already I bring a printing press here, for printing.
Yes, I know. Before I signed our agreement, I found out all I could about His Majesty's ambitions for Siam.
This is scientific? Good, good, good. You are pleased with your apartments and palace?
Actually, my young son and I have found it rather confining with the guards of the doors not permitting us to leave our quarters.
Strangers cannot be allowed to roam around palace. People resent me. Can. You can look out of windows.
Yes, Your Majesty. We have seen New Year's celebrations, funeral ceremonies, etc., etc., etc.
Etc. What is etc.?
According to the dictionary, it means and the rest. All the other things you've been doing while we were waiting. The fireworks.
Best fireworks I ever see at a funeral. How you like my my acrobats.
Splendid, Your Majesty. Best acrobats I ever see at a funeral.
Ha! Splendid!
How many children have you, Your Majesty?
67 altogether. Well, you shall only teach children of mothers who are in royal favor. Ah, Lady Tian. Madam Lee Owens, this is Lady Tian, head wife. Lady Tian, you'll help Madam Lee Owens in her school teaching, and she in her turn will teach you the better English. She is grateful to me for my kindness. Tapti, she arrived today. She is present to me from a prince.
She is a present?
Madam, you have English books I can read?
Of course I have.
I wish most to read a book called Small House of Uncle Thomas. It's by American lady Harriet Beecher Stowe.
A woman has written a book?
A very wonderful book, Your Majesty. An American book. All about slavery.
Ha! President Lincoln against slavery. No? Me too. Slavery, very bad thing. Lady Tan, take up team to reporters and prepare royal children for your sending to school teacher.
Your Majesty, in our agreement,
I think you will teach my wives too. Those wives who are in royal favor.
I shall be most happy to teach your wives, even though this is not part of our agreement. Speaking of our agreement, it reminds me that there is a matter of my house.
What house?
The house you promised me.
You teach in palace, you shall live in palace.
If that's how it has been, I'm afraid I shall have to return.
Ha! You will stand here to meet royal children.
But Your Majesty,
The royal princess and princesses. East, west, home, best. Home means house. Every day, something about a house. Are my children being taught nothing more?
Yesterday, you were taught the world was a round ball, which spins on a stick through the middle. Everyone knows that the world rides on the back of a great turtle, but keeps it from running into the stars.
How can it be that many people believe one thing, and many people believe another?
Well, then which is true?
Roll this ball with a stick through it, I believe.
But does that mean you do not know? But you must know, you are king.
Someday you too will be king, and you too will know everything.
But when do I know that I know everything?
When you are king. Now leave me. When you are king. But I am not sure. I am not sure of anything. When I was a boy, the world was better spot. What was so was so. What was not was not. Now I am a man. The world has changed a lot. Some things nearly so, others nearly not. There are times I almost think I am not sure of what I absolutely know. Very often, by confusion and conclusion, I concluded long ago. In my head are many facts that as a student I have studied to work on. In my head are many facts of which I wish I was more certain. I was sure. Is a puzzlement. Shall I join with other nations in alliance? If the lies are weak, am I not best alone? If the lies are strong with power to protect me, might they not protect me out of my own? Is it danger to be trusting one another? One will sell them what to do, what other wishes. But unless someday somebody trusts somebody, there'll not be left on earth except fishes. Sometimes I think that people going mad. Sometimes I think that people not so bad. But no matter what I think, I must go on living life as a leader of my kingdom. I must be father to my children and husband to each wife, etc., etc., and so forth. If my Lord in heaven would have shown the way, every day I try to live another day. If my Lord in heaven would have shown the way, every day I do my best for one more day. But is a puzzlement.
Mrs. Adam was a wonderful teacher. I can still remember the school song she wrote for us. We work and work from week to week at the Royal Bangkok Academy, and English words are all we speak at the Royal Bangkok Academy. If we pay attention to our teacher and obey her
diplomat, just arrived from England. It is a present from His Majesty, your King.
The Lord of Light!
Yes, the Lord of Light.
Where is Siam?
Siam, not so small.
But look, England is even smaller than Siam.
Before I came here, Siam was to me like that little white spot. But now that I have lived here and met the people of Siam, I am beginning to understand that.
You like us?
I like you very much indeed.
Ah.
It's a very ancient saying, but a true and honest thought, that if you come and teach you our pupils, you'll be taught. As a teacher, I don't forget me my verse, but I like on the subject of getting to know you.
I do not
scientific.
Your Majesty, we've had a little misunderstanding. I was explaining snow to them, and they refused to believe that there is such a thing.
Snow?
Snow.
Oh yes, from mountaintop.
From the sky.
From sky to mountaintop. I've seen pictures. Switzerland, land all white with snow.
That's right, Your Majesty.
Who does not believe this? Do not ever let me hear of not believing school teacher whom I bring here at great expense. 20 pounds each month! Children must learn, teacher must teach. Not instructing children in silly English song, Home Sweet House, you do to remind me of breaking promises I never made, etc., etc., etc.
Your Majesty did promise me a house, a brick residence adjoining the royal palace. Those were your words in your letter.
I do not remember such words.
I remember them.
I will do remember. Who is king here? I remind you, so you remember that. I do not know of any promise. I do not know of anything, except that you are my servant.
Your Majesty, indeed, I am not your servant.
Your mother has bad manners.
Your father has no manners at all.
Louis! Your Majesty, if you do not give me the house you promised, I shall return to England.
No! Please not go! Do not go to England! We believe school teacher. I believe in snow. Do not let it go away.
I let her do nothing that is not my pleasure. It is my pleasure you stay here, in palace.
No, Your Majesty.
Why we should leave all these children, all of whom love you so extraordinarily.
I love them too, quite extraordinarily. But I cannot stay in a land where a promise has no meaning.
I'll hear no more about this promise.
A land where there is talk of honor and a wish for Siam to take her place among the modern regions of the world. Where there is talk of great changes, but everything still lies according to the wishes of the king.
You will say no more, no more.
I will say no more because I have no more to say. Louis,
Ow, ow, ow! So big a world, Siam very small, England very small, all people very small. No man big enough for to be alone, but king different, king need no one, nobody at all. I think.
Mrs. Anna,
what does he understand?
will you go to King?
Has he searched for me?
No, to be glad to see. He deeply wounded man. No one ever spoke to him as you did today in schoolroom.
No one has ever behaved to me as His Majesty did today in the schoolroom.
There is one more pressing thing. Our agents of Singapore have found letters from British government and certain people who wish to take Siam away from King. They describe King as barbarian.
Barbarian, but that is a lie.
So you help him?
You mean advise him?
Oh, it must not sound like advice. King cannot take advice. You will not bring up the subject. Mrs. Anna, you must bring it up.
I couldn't possibly. It's against all my principles.
He wished to be modern king, with Western ideas. He can be great man, but his heart is him. He needs special help. Mrs. Anna, he needs you.
established even by him that the world was created in 6 days. You know, and I know, it took many centuries to create a world. I think you shall have been a fool to have written so. What is your opinion?
Your Majesty, the Bible was not written by men of science, but by men of faith. It is their explanation of the miracle of creation, and it is the same miracle whether it took 6 days or many centuries.
You have come to apologize?
I am sorry, Majesty, but...
Good. You apologize.
Your Majesty,
I accept.
nothing off the back of my country. Anyone who makes a promise to my...
Silence! Do you have no respect for me? Why do you stand over my head? I cannot stand all the time. And in this country, no one's head should be higher than kings. In my presence, you shall so conduct yourself like all other subjects.
You mean on the floor? I shall try very hard not to keep my head as high as yours, but I simply cannot grovel on the floor. I couldn't possibly work that way, or think.
You are a very difficult woman. But you will observe care. The head shall never be higher than mine. If I shall sit, you shall sit. If I shall kneel, you shall kneel. Etc., etc., etc.
Very well, Your Majesty.
Is promise?
It's promised.
Good.
Is there anything Your Majesty would like to discuss?
Why should I discuss important matters with a woman?
Very well, Your Majesty. Your Majesty, I was wondering if there has been any news from abroad.
Yes, there are news. Certain English thieves who wish to steal my country call me a barbarian.
Barbarian, but that is a lie.
A false lie. This English diplomat now on his way to see for himself. Sir Diplomat Edward Ramsay.
Edward?
No, Sir Diplomat?
I knew him before I was married. What have you decided to do about the situation?
You guess.
Well, if someone was telling a lie about me, I would do my best to show them the truth.
Yes, this is what I have decided to do. But how?
Well,
You guess how I do this.
my guess will be that when Sir Edward arrives, you shall entertain him in an especially grand manner. And then he will return to England and report to Queen Victoria that you are not a barbarian.
Naturally, this is what I shall have intended to do.
Of course, put your best foot forward. That is just an expression, Your Majesty. It means to be at your best, to show your most intelligent men, your most beautiful women.
But shall it be proper for this English diplomat to see my women with no shoes on their feet? Shall it be proper for them to put their best bare foot forward?
We shall dress them up in European fashion. How many women can I have sewn for me?
All women in the kingdom. Come, wives, etc., etc., etc.
How much time shall we have?
That depends on how many ports he stalled into. Let us say we have 1 week.
1 week?
In this time, the whole world was created. Moses said. Are there any details I don't think of so far?
We shall give him a fine dinner, a European dinner,
I was going to.
and a ball with music and dancing. And we can present a play. Tupton has written a version of Uncle Tom's Cabin for the children to perform.
Ha! A theatrical performance. It's just a splendid evening. You will see that I am not a barbarian. Line up, line up, line up! For the next week, the men and women of my kingdom will help in preparation for arrival of English diplomat. What?
Your Majesty, it is the arrival of Sir Edward Ramsay.
Now?
He must have come directly. No stops.
But we are not yet ready.
Not ready, Your Majesty?
I planned best daddy I ever get.
Still, we can do it, Your Majesty. We shall put Sir Edward to bed.
Tomorrow morning, we will set him on sightseeing trip.
We shall start right now, this minute. We have only 18 hours, but...
But first, we shall ask help from Buddha. Bow, bow, bow! Bow! Oh, Buddha, give us the aid of your strength and your wisdom.
Oh, Buddha, give us the aid of your strength and your wisdom.
And help to prove to the visiting English that we are remarkable and extraordinary people.
And help us to prove to the visiting English that we are remarkable and extraordinary
And help also Mrs. Anna to keep awake for scientific sewing of dresses, even though she be only a woman and a Christian, and therefore unworthy of your interest.
Mrs. Anna, keep awake for scientific sewing of dresses, even though she be only a woman and a Christian, and therefore unworthy of your interest.
A promise is a promise. Your inch will never be higher than mine. A promise. And Buddha, I promise you, I shall give this unworthy woman a house. A house of her own, a brick residence adjoining the royal palace, according to agreement, etc., etc., etc.
In Palace of King lives one who is not happy. She wishes to leave Siam, but it is forbidden. She meets secretly with the man she loves. This is very dangerous. Tim, the king and his English guests are on their way to the theater pavilion. Should you not be there to begin your play? I came out here to practice my lines. I think not. I've seen you from Monastery from Vermont together. I'm not telling this, but this man, Luther, will leave Siam tonight. Tonight? Now go to the theater, Captain.
Seeing you this way is not enough.
There's nothing we can do. I watched you closely.
Must we go on forever, hiding our love like this?
You must go now. I will be missed, and they will start searching for me.
When I return, it will be to take you away from here.
There's no way, Luther.
There is a river, there are boats. I will find a way.
Oh, if it could only be.
It will be. I swear this. When all is arranged, I will get word to you.
I shall pray, Luther.
When you see a flower such as this, it will be a sign that I have come for you. Watch for it.
I will be ready.
Tim! They're looking for you at the theater. I do think you're being reckless. If they find you here, you shall be killed. You must leave at once.
Mrs. Anna, we are leaving tonight.
Leaving? How?
Do not ask how. It is better if you do not know.
We shall never forget you, Mrs. Anna. Never.
God bless you both.
And so, Mrs. Anna prepared for the following evening. She instructed in the style of the European dress and supervised the cooking of the European dinner. Everyone was eager to assist Mrs. Anna to make a proper impression upon the British diplomat.
petticoats. I have heard that many have an evil eye that looks in your soul and traps it. That's nonsense.
Mrs. Adams, here shall be a list of subjects you will try to bring up for talk. Subjects that I am very brilliant in and will make great impression. You begin with Moses.
Your Majesty, Sir Edward Ramsay awaits.
We are now ready, Mrs. Adams.
We are now ready, Your Majesty.
Bring British diplomat will present it to you.
He will eat us. He will do nothing of that kind. Now, hold the line, ladies, and please try to smile.
I must say, you are all quite beautiful.
Your Majesty, may I present Sir...
He has the head of a goat! Edward, this is dreadful.
Why are you not educated in English custom of spying lies?
Oh, my monocle. Is that what frightened them?
Your Majesty, may I present Sir Edward Ramsay?
An honor, Your Majesty.
Welcome to Siam.
Anna, my dear, I must say you're looking quite lovely tonight.
Thank you, Edward.
Do you Do you hear that? That's the music we used to dance to together in England. Do you remember?
Yes, I do.
Still dance?
Not really.
You should. Do you ever get lonely?
Not really. I love it here, and I love the children, and they need me.
Dancing after dinner.
His Majesty was most happy to learn of your visit, weren't you, Your Majesty?
I was happy. Dinner is about to be served.
In that case, we best be going in, Anna.
Yes, better be going in, Anna.
I must get an interesting observation the other day about Moses. Did you really?
Buddha sent a new miracle down. Sent from heaven stars and blossoms, look like lace upon the sky.
This Clayton Knox, see with me. It is immoral for a king to drown in pursuing a slave from the sea. Immoral! Immoral! Tupteen shall know it by displeasure.
Your conversation at dinner was most amusing.
I was forced to laugh myself. I was so funny.
I think now is about it. My visit has been most enjoyable. I'm certain Queen Victoria will be quite pleased. Now, I think with Your Majesty's permission, I can take my leave. Goodbye, Anna. It was wonderful to see you again.
Goodbye, Edward. Well, Your Majesty, I do hope you are pleased.
I wish to say you have been great help to me in this endeavor. I wish to make it. Put it on. Please, wear it always.
Your Majesty, I don't know what to say.
When one does not know what to say, it's time to be silent.
Your Majesty.
You are pleased to stay up all night until we have further report on Tuptini.
I had intended to do so, Your Majesty.
Is there something wrong with Tuptin?
I do not know, nor do I consider this the most important thing. It is of greater interest that the English think highly of me. It appears I made an excellent impression, and they will not think me barbarian.
That is what you intended to prove.
What we intended to prove. Tuptini is missing from palace. You know something of this?
I knew she was unhappy.
Why unhappy? What greater honor for a young girl than to be in palace of king?
Your Majesty, if Tuptin is caught, shall she be punished?
Naturally. What would you do if you were king?
I believe I would give her a chance to explain. I would try not to be too harsh. Your Majesty, of what interest you is one girl like Tuptin? She is just another woman, as a bowl of rice is just another bowl of rice.
Now you understand women.
Your Majesty, I don't know if I can ever make it clear to you. We do not look on women as just human females. They are, well, take yourself for instance, you are not just a human male.
I am king.
Exactly. So every man is a king and every woman a queen when they love one another.
This is sickly idea.
It's a beautiful idea, Your Majesty. We are brought up with it, of course, but try to imagine a young girl at her first dance. It's very exciting. When you're young and sitting on a small chair, your eyes cast down, terrified that you'll be a wallflower. Then suddenly you see two black shoes, a white waistcoat, a face, and it speaks. We've just been introduced. I do not know well, but when I was excited, something drew me to your side. So now that the girls are in each other's eyes, it made me think we might be sooner than your eyes. Shall we dance on a white cloud? Shall we dance? Shall we dance? Shall we dance and night and meet and cry? Oh, my chance, when the dancing stars in the sky. Shall we still be together with our arms around each other? And shall we reunite you? Oh, I understand you love this kind of thing, and shall we dance? Shall we dance? Shall we dance?
What do you stop? You dance pretty. Go on, go on.
Your Majesty, I didn't realize I was. In my country, a girl would not dance alone when a man is looking on.
But she will dance with strange men, holding hands, etc., etc.
Yes, well, not always a strange man, sometimes a very good friend.
Good. We dance together. You show me. Teach, teach.
It's very simple, the polka. It goes 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1. Shall we dance?
1, 2, 3, and
On a bright loud music, shall we dance?
1, 2, 3, and
Shall we dance?
1, 2, 3, and
Shall we dance every night and evening by?
1, 2, 3. All the chance when the last little star has leave the sky.
Shall we still be together with our arms around each other? And shall you be mine?
ambassador here from Burma.
Dishonor! Dishonor! Point!
Your Majesty, do not throw everything away you accomplished tonight. This girl hurt your vanity. She did not hurt your heart. You haven't got a heart. You've never loved anyone. You never will.
I showed you!
I cannot believe you're going to do this dreadful thing. You are a barbarian.
Am I king or am I not king? Am I to be disrespected in my own palace? Am I to take orders from English school teacher?
No, not orders.
Silence! I am king as I was born to be, and Siam to be governed in my way. Not English way, not French way, not Chinese way, my way. Barbarian, you say? There's no barbarian worse than a weak king. I'm strong, can you hear? Strong!
Take her away! You have destroyed King. Now he cannot be anything that he was before. You have taken all of this away from King. You have destroyed King.
The next boat that leaves the port of Bangkok, no matter where it goes, I shall be on it. Give this back to His Majesty.
I wish you have never come to Siam.
So do I. So do I.
The crawler home is correct. Mrs. Anna's words have changed the king. He's become very ill and wishes to see no one. Meanwhile, Mrs. Anna and Louis have prepared to leave Siam. The last of their belongings have been loaded onto the ship for their return to England. Lady Tiang and Chulanghorn rushed down to the dock to see them.
Mother, what is wrong with my father?
It is his heart.
Mother, I am frightened. I am frightened because I love my father. And if he dies, I shall have to become king. And I do not know how to be.
Many men live in this act to become king.
Longhorn! Lady Chang, how nice of you to come say goodbye.
I did not come for myself. I come for one who must see you quickly.
You may tell your Majesty I am no longer accustomed to his demand.
Mrs. Anna, he's dying.
Oh no, Lady Chang, what happened?
Who can say what makes a man die? A sad heart that wishes to no longer go on beating. Ever since the night of the great banquet, he shut himself away in palace, shrinking from all who would speak to him, unwilling to sleep or nourish himself, searching through many books just to push him away in despair. The doctors warned him he must change his ways quickly, but he would not listen to Santa. He would not listen. When the king heard you were sailing, he wrote this letter. It was very difficult to find that. Very.
While I'm lying here, I think perhaps I die. This heart which you say I have not got is a matter of concern. It occurs to me that there should be nothing wrong that man shall die. For all that shall matter about man is that he shall try his utmost best. But I do not wish to die without saying this gratitude, etc., etc. I think it is strange that a woman shall have been the most earnest help of all. But Mrs. Anna, you must remember that you have been a very difficult woman, and much more difficult than generality. I must go to him.
not see you, Mrs. Anna, and now I die.
Oh no, Your Majesty.
This is not scientific. I know if I die or do not die, you are leaving Siam. When?
Very soon. In fact, I can only stay a few minutes.
I too am leaving, but not on my own free will. Why is your head above mine? I am not afraid of which this is happening to me. You teach Tudor Longhorn. Tudor Longhorn teach me. Make believe you brave. It's a good idea. Always.
You are brave, Your Majesty. You are very brave.
Here's something belonging to you. Put it on, please. Wear it always. Good evening, my children.
Good evening, my father. Oh, Miss Hannah, do not go. Will you stay? Do not go away. Hush, children. Did you come to see a father or Mrs. Anna?
It is all right, Lady Tiang. It is suitable. Was it not said to me that someone has written a farewell letter to Mrs. Anna?
Yes. Princess Wallace has composed a letter. She cannot write. She only recites words.
Speak letter now. Say it, say it, say it.
Dear friend and teacher, my goodness gracious, do not go away. We are in great need of you. We are like one blind. Do not let us fall down into darkness. Continue good and sincere concern for us, and lead us in right road. Your loving pupil, Princess Wallace.
When you are afraid, make believe you brave, like Mrs. Anna. You show them. You teach them. Let it be the last thing you teach.
Whenever I feel afraid, I hold my head erect and slightly too, so no one will suspect.
You see? You make believe you brave, like Mrs. Anna, and you whistle. Now, now, you show school teacher how brave.
Mother, there's the boat. Louis, run down to the ship and tell Captain Olsen that we will not be sailing today after all.
There's no showing this demonstration to school teachers, realizing their duties, at which I pay her an exorbitant monthly salary of £25. Furthermore, this is unscientific behavior for bedroom of dying king. Tudor Longhorn, rise. Suppose you are king. Is there nothing you would do?
I would make proclamations.
Yes, yes, yes.
First, I would proclaim the coming New Year. Boat races.
Why would you have boat races at New Year's celebrations?
I like boat races. Father, I would like to make second proclamation.
Make it, make it, make it.
Regarding custom of bounty king in fashion of lowly toll, I do not think this is right, causing embarrassing fatigue of body, degrading experience for soul, etc., etc., etc. Are you agree with me, my father?
Why do you ask questions? If you are king, you are king. Do not ask question of sick man. This proclamation against Baron I believe to be your fault.
Oh, I do hope so, Your Majesty. I do hope so.
Rise up!
Up, 2 lines, soldiers. It has been said that there shall be no value for showing respect of king. It has been said by one who has been trained for royal government.
However, not bound like toad does not mean not high, like this.